welcome back to my YT channel. This is again YouTube content creator, Sotero. Hello guys. Okay, so welcome back. welcome kayo dito sa aking vlog. Okay, but before anything else, I would like to weigh my weight. Weighing platform as usual. Oh, this is not part of my vlog, but I just want to make sure I could maintain my weight. Oh, not calibrated. No calibration. Tadadang, tadadang. $66.5 or 67 kilograms. Oh my god, I increased my weight. Okay. Okay, going to our main topic for this moment, at this juncture, how to write a letter. Okay, so first and foremost, we need to identify what are the types of letters before proceeding this vlog. Okay, so what are the three types of letters? We have the formal letter, the semi-formal letter, and the informal letter. Okay, I will be able to give you tips, strategies, and techniques around, let's say, 13 to 14 tips so that you can make an effective letter. Okay, it depends on the types of letters that you will be able to make, but still the tips will be the same all throughout. Okay, so I cannot manage to write on the whiteboard. Oh my gosh, because it was overloaded with permanent markings. Permanent markings. I use permanent marker to write. I cannot erase already. Oh my god. Okay. So things like that. So I have here the tips, but I don't really want to write because I don't have time to write and discuss it to you. I need to say this to you verbally. Okay. Step number one. Okay, maybe also you are staying with me for waiting for the questions, but this time there will be no questions at all, huh? Okay, that's the point. So the first thing to do is to identify what type of letters. Okay, could it be formal, informal, or semi-formal? Okay, but between semi-formal and informal, it looks like there's only a little difference between the two, but you can extract the little distinction between the two later as I will be able to present to you or deliver to you the tips. Okay, you need to identify what type of letters, right? Number two, you need to know the purpose of the letters. Okay, for example, if it is a formal letter, so what will be the usual case? First, it's gonna be you're applying for a job. Okay, meaning these are instances and situations and examples where can you say that's gonna be a formal letter. Okay, applying for a job and then complaining to a particular product or service, and then you can also request for an information. Get the point? For example, if there is a certified producer of an effective fertilizer, for example, then you need to ask the technical features, or so what are really the nice features about that, so that you can buy that. So you are asking for, request. Okay, get the point? Making a request or recommendations, like that. Okay, request for a recommendations, and you request for an information. Okay, we're asking an information. It's totally the same, right? Okay, what else? Upon knowing that one, so you know how already how to ask for certain information, then you can make suggestions and recommendations. Then that's formal letter. Okay, you've got a point. Again, applying for a job, request for an information, making suggestions or recommendations, or sometimes you may be able to clarify or complain products and services. Ganon siya. Okay, don't memorize, just listen to the examples. Okay, so if it is a formal letter, okay, for example, you may complain to your neighbor, things like that, because it's very noisy every night, they cannot sleep, things like that. But it's quite obvious that it's not being done nowadays, right? Because there's a cell phone. So we're just following the ideal way of understanding, okay? Based on the theoretical aspects in English language, okay? Get the point, ganon. Okay? And then you'll be able also to request or ask permission. Okay? For example, if you'll be able to have a very important or big event, and you will ask permission from the city mayor, so that you can have your affair or activity, like that, important holiday activity or whatever. So request permission or ask permission with the relevant authorities, like that. Okay, and then also another, also you need to explain to your neighbor, explaining to your neighbor anything. Okay, so that's gonna be the examples. And then for informal letter, so this is really for your friend. Okay, usually you know that person. You get the point? What are the examples for this? Okay, invitation. Okay, somebody invited you. Okay, what else? Asking for a friend. You are grateful and then you give thanks to your friend. What else? Okay, making an advice. Okay, to anybody else. And then we have also giving apology, like that, apologizing. Okay, those are informal letters. Okay, now we go to the technical aspects, what to do in your letters. Okay, for example, if it is a formal letter, you need to start with your salutation. Salutation meaning the greeting. Okay, not the greeting statement, the greeting of your recipient. For example, dear Sir, Madam. Okay, that's formal letter, and you don't know really exactly who is the specific person named to receive. We know that you are applying for a job, the one who will receive that is the HR department or human resource personnel, but you don't know specifically what's the name, okay, of that particular recruitment officer, things like that. So you will say, dear Sir, Madam, comma. Okay, that is your salutation or your greeting. Okay, so maybe you will confuse also the word greeting in English language. You will say good morning, good afternoon, like that. Okay, it's not the same here. Okay, for the purpose only of how to make a letter. So when you say greetings of peace and solidarity, ganan. How are you? I hope you will be. I hope you and your family are all fine, like that, right? So that's gonna be introduction. Okay, that's not greeting. The greeting only is dear sir, mom, or dear sir or madam, like that. Okay, now your semi-formal letter will be dear Mr. Sotero, dear Miss Regine, like that, okay? So that is semi-formal, okay? You get the point? So your content will be a little bit of formal and a little bit also of informal because semi-formal, right? Okay. Now for your informal, you don't need to put Mr. and Miss or the initial by designation or whatever or by status. You will just say, Dear Sotero, Dear Regine, like that. You get the point. It's gonna be like that, mga palangga, ha? And then your your ending and your sign off, okay, will be, it's gonna be yours faithfully for formal letter. Okay, yours faithfully. And then for semi-formal, you're gonna end up with yours sincerely, like that. Okay? Or sincerely yours. It will be also reverse. Or shall we say, respectfully yours, like that. Okay? You will never say respectfully yours in the more formal letter, huh? In applying for a job. That's not quite applicable. It's only for the semi-formal. Okay, we'll do that. You get the point, like that. Okay, so another thing is the informal letter. Your ending or sign off will be best regards or warm wishes, Sotero. You have to put your name after that. Okay, yours faithfully yours, Sotero. Yours sincerely yours, Sotero. Like that. Best regards or warm wishes, Sotero. Things like that. Okay. So that's gonna be the way how to identify between formal letter and semi-formal letter and formal letter. By the way, ganon siya. Okay. What will be your number 2 tip for that? After knowing the purpose, you need to open and close your letter appropriately. Open. Open and close meaning open introduction. Right? Then close ending. So if you try to put that in a sort of novel or a poetry, we may say, or a drama, things like that, we may say your prologue, meaning introduction, and then your finale will be your epilogue. Okay? So that's the technical term if you try to put that in a stage play or in a theatrical event. Okay? You get the point. Now, how you start appropriately. So you will start appropriately by saying, for example, if it's a formal letter, you will say, I am writing to request to you a blah 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 so and so. I am writing to inquire you blah 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 so and so blah 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 so and so. I am writing to inform you blah 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 so and so. I am writing to you in connection with the information I received yesterday blah 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 so and so. Blah 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 so and so. You will be the one to add. You get the point. So you start appropriately. Okay, so start your letter appropriately. Come on. With expressions that are really standards. You get the point. Now, what you will do in your informal letter for your introduction or how to start. So, in your informal, okay, you're gonna say, for example, I am grateful that you could blah 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 so and so. Okay? Could you please blah 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 so and so. But you will start first of saying positive things. Positive things meaning you will say, how are you? Like that. I hope you and your family are all well. Ganon. How have you been? Ganon. You get the point? How have you been? It's been a long time since we were last in touch, last 2018. And then, ganon, di ba? You have to appreciate positively like that. You get the point, ana-ana siya. And then if something went wrong, you may say also, my sincere apology, I'm very sorry, my sincere apology for blah 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 so and so, I'm very sorry blah blah blah, blah so and so, like that. That would be your informal letter. You get the point, ganun siya. Get the point? So, semi-formal and informal are very close. Okay? You get the point to each other. Ah, sana. Muna to number 3. Okay. Number 4, use correct spelling all the time. Okay. So meaning to say you will practice spelling every day. Dili-dili ala too, because this will be needed in your content of your letter, because there will be for example, a minus to your scores for that if you're joining competition or if you're applying for a job or whatever. Minus in the sense that it's a turn off to the HR recruitment staff because they receive a letter that is, not good in spelling. Get the point? So it will downgrade you as one of their top applicants. Get the point? For example, if you have so many credentials like that, certificates, skills, and then when you submit the letter, it looks like not good. Okay. Then if you copy paste also in the Google, it's not also good because they can also determine the standard words and statements copied from the site. You get the point? So it's so obvious. That's why it's good to vary the words according to your own pace of comprehension and understanding. You get the point? Ganun siya. Okay, so after starting your letter appropriately, so you need to use good spelling or correct spelling. Okay, after that, you need to write for at least 150 words. Okay, not less than 150 words. That's why at least. Okay, or above 150. Usually, good letters are 150 to 200 letters. You get the point? Things like that. And then do it in 20 minutes. When you write 20 minutes, you get the point. The whole conceptualization and finalization runs to about 20 minutes. You get the point. Things like that. What else? You need to use standard statements. Okay, what are those standard statements? Okay, so the same as what I mentioned a while ago, so introduction. Okay, you get the point? So for example, unfortunately, I will not be able to attend the meeting. I'm very sorry for that. Like that. Or you will say, I would not be able to attend the meeting, or I would not be able to make up the meeting. I'm so sorry, like that. Okay. Standard expression. You get the point? Okay, but it's up also to you to vary your grammar as long as it does make sense all the time and grammatically correct. You get the point? Things like that. What else? Would you like to, for example, if you have a problem for your apartment, okay, then you cannot sleep very well because somebody will make a noise every night. You will say, would you like to please transfer me to another room so that I can sleep peacefully and I can I can wake up very early in the morning for my job, things like that. So you mean to say, we mean to say that you need to request from your landlord. Okay? Landlord, the owner of the apartment, things like that. Get the point? Ganun siya. So use standard expressions like that. Okay, and then after that you have to understand what are really the criteria for this effective letter or letter. So meaning to say you need to achieve the task, your task in making a letter. So meaning to say you need to do the full response of the brevity, okay, related to words. Okay, brevity, the number of words, like that. Okay. So number 2, you need to be coherent and cohesive. What's the difference between cohesion and coherence? Okay, so meaning to say you are following the sense and the flow of the main point and the thoughts and the details of your letter. Get the point? So meaning to say it will be sticking together the sense. If the point will be sticking together, then your ideas are logically delivered or presented. Okay? So meaning to say you have a logical ideas that make sense and connected with each other so that you can have a beautiful flow of your point in your structure of your letter. Get the point? Ganun siya ang coherence o cohesion. Charot! You get the point? And siya ang coherence specifically that it does make sense. Okay? And then ang cohesion, it connects with each other and stick together so that it will be understood properly and clearly to the readers. Ganon. So muna siya ang cohesion and coherence. Number 3, you have a very wide range of grammar. Grammar ranges, for example, from capitalization, punctuation, preposition, noun, adverb, pronoun, collocation. Wow, collocation! Modal verbs, linking verbs like that. Okay, main verbs, helping verbs, adverbs like that. Collective noun, concrete noun, accountable noun, and unaccountable noun like that. Idioms, idioms, idiomatic expressions like that, or connectors, conjunctions like that, proper noun, common noun, and everything. Okay, the agreement of the noun of the verb. Collocation, guys, is simply like a phrase or word that is often followed by another phrase or word, specifically a relationship or a partnership between a noun and an adjective. That's collocation. Okay, so what do you mean by collocation? This is that modal verb, huh? So this is collocation, meaning, for example, strong impact, like that. Okay, strong impact, high degree of uncertainty, ganon. Heavy rain, heavy traffic, like that. Fast learner, slow learner, like that. What else? Thick nose. Okay, things like that. Okay, so adjective and a noun. So many things, right? When you put that in a sentence, in a paragraph, in a great manner or in an enormous manner, to the large extent or extensively, so things like that, then it will become a collocation. So we need to say a collocation, set or group of words so that your sentence and paragraph or phrase, it does make sense all the time. You haven't just have an idea, you don't have an idea, that's already a collocation technically. You get the point? Anak siya. Okay. So, happy pa ito mga indefinite pronoun and definite pronoun. Okay, di ba? I love it. Diba? Each, every, everything, everyone, someone, anyone. Ganon. Plenty. A lot of. Lots of. Several. Multiple. Many. Few. Some. None of the. Most of all. All of the. Most of them. Like that. At least. Like that. At minimum, at maximum, nearly, approximately, okay, things exactly, okay, like that, the indefinite pronoun. Definite pronoun, I, we, she, her, him, they, us, ours, are, like that, okay, you get the point. So muna siya, okay, so that is grammar ranges or grammar range, meaning to say you have a wide grammar. Okay, you get the point. Not only wide, but grammatically correct. Okay, we have also the lexical resource, meaning lexical resource, it's referring to semantic. What is semantic? We have also logical semantic and lexical semantic, or meaning to say the analysis of the same meaning in a particular words. That's semantic. Again, what are the two types of semantics? Logical semantics and lexical semantics. Charot. Okay, so and then you have also good in lexicon, the spelling. Okay, involves here also the pronunciation, but you are not speaking here, you are writing only. That's why they do not include. Okay, that's the point. And vocabulary. Okay, very important in lexical resource, the vocabulary. You get the point. Ganon. So extensive vocabulary. Ganon. Or shall we say exceptional vocabulary. Charot. Okay, or remarkable vocabulary. You get the point. Or wide array of vocabulary. Rigid. Okay. Get the point, or variety of vocabulary. You get the point? So this will be the criteria to achieve an effective and good letter, to make a world-class letter. Okay, you get the point, or globally competitive. Charot! Okay, muna siya ang atong criteria to understand the criteria of how to make letters. Whether formal, semi-formal, and informal. Ganon. So, what else? Okay, you need to follow the structuring of your paragraphs in a letter. What do you mean by structuring? Meaning to say you need to break the paragraphs according to, okay, importance. Okay, for example, first you need to have the introduction. Second, you have to have the situation, or should we say a problem, or like that. And then the third will be your action, or let's say solution. In your action and solution, you will be able to request or suggest, right? Or recommend. And then the last will be your conclusion, meaning your summary of your content. What is really your intention and objective and goal, things like that. Again, introduction, situation, like that, action, okay, or solution, because once you have the solution, that would merely, most of the times, an action. Okay, and then we have the solution. No, conclusion. The conclusion will be your summary or generalization. Ganon. Talking about the impact, the consequence, like that, the result based on your content. That all your objective under your introduction, purpose, and target has been fully achieved. Okay? Or else, it's futile. Okay? If you don't meet your or achieve your objective, and if you are having rough understanding and you don't understand really the structuring, then your letter will be in turmoil. Okay, you cannot really understand comprehensively, and you will be perplexed all the time what are really the sequencing of your paragraphs based on the relevance of the details. Charis. Okay, you got the point. So that's gonna be like that. What else? Ikapila naman to siya. Wala naman ko nang ihap. Okay? You get the point. Wala naman siya ko nag-ihap, guys. Nga, dito naman ko sa criteria. Okay. Number, ako sa ikon. Type. Okay, tabilan na George ko nang prepare. Okay guys, no, but after that, understanding the criteria, maato na tayo sa maato sa mga source model source of different letters that you need to understand, comprehend the pattern, the way it is being presented, and you must understand. Okay, you get the point. So go and refer to all model sources of different types of letters, and then you need to practice. Okay, practice frequently how to make an effective letter and a good letter, by the way. Ganon. So if you have weaknesses really how to write a letter, then you can also consult an English teacher, okay, and an English tutor, Okay, not necessarily major in English. Okay, could it be only an ILTS tutor? Okay, English language instructor like that. Okay, or you can go to YouTube. Okay, that explaining about everything about letter, how to make a letter, grammar, vocabulary, and everything. You can do that every day. Okay, every day in the morning prior to your work, or you can do that also in your day offs. Okay, so if you are really having, problem with your vocabulary and grammar and everything. You get the point? Because once you don't have a good vocabulary, the chance is you are not also good in writing. Okay? And then it will follow also, you are not also good in speaking. It will be connected with each other. You get the point? So you will develop first your background and vocabulary and grammar so that you can write well, you can speak well, things like that. You can understand well also. Anaksha. That is the how to write a letter effectively. Any questions so far? For that, thank you so much for watching. You can comment down below in the comment section, and you can like this video. You can share to anybody else. Okay, and then you can click the notification bell for some newest updates of science, health, safety, and music, and etc. English language vlogs are part of etc. and other personal vlogs. Thank you so much. Bye bye. God bless everybody. See you later for my next vlog. I'll be coming up, okay, for another. This is not another topic, but I need to have an example for how to write formal letter, informal letter, and semi-formal letter. Okay, bye bye. God bless everybody. See you later.